Hey everybody, it's Peter here with GoodieReader.com. Today we have an interesting review, and this was requested by several people. This is the Microsoft Surface Pro 3, and they said put it up against Android because we've done this against Apple in the past, we've done this on its own, we even did this against the Sony DPTS-1, which is the digital paper system, the 13-inch Sony. What is it like against an Android tablet? Well, we got the biggest Android tablet we had in our midst, which is the Kobo ARC 10 HD. So we're just going to see a little bit of the key elements that make these two different and what makes them, what kind of similarities they have too. So this is the default interface, it's called the Metro interface, and this is Kobo's just default Android experience. You can see it's very similar to the conventional Android tablet where you have the icons that you can move around, you can long press and put live wallpapers and sideload apps and all that kind of fun stuff. Windows is more catered to people expected to use the desktop mode, which is basically a computer, because this is a computer, it is a PC. This has the ability to go through file folders. You have full functionality like you would just using the device you're watching this video on, your PC computer at home. Same as your desktop, because you can make boxes around things, you can view, sort, personalize, you have the extended functionality, whereas on a tablet it's very skinned to be user-friendly in a way, because you can't double-click something and have it open with Outlook and click on File and set up user accounts, because you can't do any of that on this, because this is an Android tablet and this is a PC first and foremost. So what we're going to do is look at the reading experience first, because that is what we're all about here at Goodie Reader, is the reading experience. So we're going to open up an ebook from our library, and because this is running Kobo and this is just a Windows tablet, there's no default way to read a book on here, be it EPUB, Mobi, or what have you. So we're going to have to use Kindle, which is an app we can download, either the desktop version or the Windows Store version. So we're going to full screen this because it'll be a fair comparison this way. These are the reading experiences on these. Neither of them is particularly amazing because it is a tablet. I mean, these are both tablets. So even though Kobo caters itself, markets itself as an e-reading line, they are, but the Kobo Aura and the Kobo Aura HD are more of the e-readers. As you can see, this is black and white like a calculator screen. This is a full tablet. So the reading experience is very detached because you're not flipping pages with your finger. You don't even have that cool feel an e-ink device has. It has that kind of gritty, super high grit sandpaper feel, whereas this is just a really high grip tablet. And reading has never been good on these. It strains the eyes, and it's just it's not as good as an e-reader. That's why e-readers exist. You can do things like highlights, notes, annotations, share to Facebook. Same with this. You have dictionary definitions. You have ways to change the text. Let's go to another page so we can I've just opened Jetpack Joyride. There we go. Let's go to another page. We'll decrease the words per line so I have a better handle on changing pages. There we go. So what we're going to do is change the text here on both of these guys. Yes, beyond the book, thank you. What are you doing? Get out of there. Alright. So we have things like font size. It'll all change live in the background. The windows will be a lot faster because this is a computer essentially. You have brightness controls, words per line, sepia, black mode. This has reading modes as well. Night. Night helps a little bit because it does change the text to black on white rather than white on black. You have a couple settings here, portrait, landscape. These both have gyroscopes, so they will change orientation automatically. But this is essentially the reading experience. This is what you're going to be dealing with these two devices. Now, they can both go into orientation, so if you want words to be further on a line, you can put it in landscape. We're not going to show that in the video because it's impossible to capture that. Next thing we're going to look at is a PDF. We didn't download any outside applications to run both of these. We're going to use the stock one. So what we have on the right is Office Suite, and then we have Adobe Reader here. So you'll see that because this is a PC, it's not really gonna just hand you the best optimized view. And in fact, when we started, it was kind of like this. So you have to really change it, because remember, this is just pretending it's running on a regular desktop despite it being a tablet. Whereas this is very conformed to you. You open it up, it fits to the page automatically. You can pinch and zoom. You zoom out, it's like snap, snap, because it knows this is a tablet, this is the way it's supposed to look. This is like, oh, you may have a 20-inch monitor, you may have a 30-inch monitor, you may be streaming it to your TV. So it's very out in the open for you to do what you have to do to it to make it a perfect zoom level, like so. This being a PC, of course, you can highlight anything and copy and paste. You also have lots of options. You never see this on tablets. If you go to files and properties, and you can't have this level of customization and advanced features as you can on a tablet. It's very bare bones on tablets. You have certain levels like of zoom, full screen. You can't even long press on this particular app. Remember, this is Android, so you can download other Adobe Reader, PDF Reader apps, sorry, to run this, but we're showing you the stock experience. But they both present the content very similarly. I mean, obviously this is a smaller screen, this is a bigger screen, but I'll just give you a second to kind of judge for yourselves. We'll zoom in on this guy. Whoa, too much. Colors are very nice, although they are a little bit different. This has a lot more of a cool, this is cooler, this is much warmer, you see by the reds and yellows. So this is the PDF experience. We're not going to show games, and people always complain when we show the games, because they say, oh, this can run StarCraft 2 and Battlefield and everything, and this can run, Angry Birds and a couple racing games and Disney's Castle of Illusion, so it wouldn't be a fair comparison. These are both the stores. This is the Windows Store, and this is the Google Play Marketplace. This is where you're going to get all of your apps, because these are the ways to discover it. They do have their advantages in both aspects, because you can sideload Android apps on this via USB cables and APK installs, and you can install PC programs on this. So if you had StarCraft 2 or another game, you can actually install it on this and play it. As for apps, if we just do a search for Jetpack and Jetpack, we'll just see how they both stack up. So we have Jetpack drawer right here and here. So this is how they kind of show you the app. See that cool kind of fade away here? Kind of slowly scrolls at different speeds. So you have things like the amount of downloads, what it is, arcade, you can read more about it. Screenshots, same with the way they do it here. It's kind of all under one page. They don't really have those tabs that Google has. But this is where you're going to be discovering all of your apps. And this is the App Store. So this has just been a quick comparison with the Surface Pro 3 versus a conventional Android tablet. We know this is skinned a little bit with Kobo's reading area here and their bookshelves and all that, but this is essentially Android versus Windows, and this is what you can expect with these two devices. So this has a much higher price tag. This is running about, I think with the keyboard it costs us $1,300 for the 128 gig version, whereas this you can get retail at around $200, $299. You can find both of these cheaper if you buy not third party, but used, like Craigslist and eBay and all that kind of stuff. But this is what you are to expect when you have both of these operating systems side by side. If we flew over anything, if we missed anything, if we left anything out, please let us know. We take requests here at Goody Reader, and we also reply to each and every comment. So no robotic replies here. We cater each comment to the individual, and please let us know if you need anything else. For GoodyReader.com, this is Peter. Have the box, we'll put it in the box, we'll give you the charger, we'll give you the USB cable, give you the manual, give you the retail packaging, and we'll send it right to you for free. What do you gotta do? Same thing as usual. You gotta watch our video, you gotta like our video, you gotta subscribe to our channel, and you gotta leave a comment. You have to leave a comment, because It's just a nice thing to do, okay? You can't just expect to watch our video and we just kind of hand it to you. You gotta at least participate. You gotta say, hey, you know, thanks everybody, thanks Goody Reader, you're the best ever, you know, like what most people do. And, you know, it's